Today I started reading These Heathens by Mia McKenzie. I'm crying, so reading vlog. Let's get into it. I think I'm at chapter 10. So far, Doris is so naive. It's funny. I love all the mentions of like SNCC and SLCC and the women in the movement who are like talking about their struggles. I love all the inclusions. Specifically, I just read the book, This Nonviolent Stuff Will Get You Killed. And there's a line in the book where one of the characters said that nonviolent stuff will get you killed. I'm like, I love all these nods. The language is so fun. I just love I love country people. I do love country people. And we're about to listen to the next chapter while I drive. This girl gonna say, there's just homosexuality in the air. Like, why would you say that? It's just so many things in this book that she just be saying. And it's like, why would you say it like that? I think the thing that's like fascinating me most about this story is that Doris is she's very judgy. Like, she obviously grows up with this religious background, and that bleeds through everything she does. But because she has a way with words, her judginess comes off as naivety and also comedy. And I think that can kind of be hard to do, because I feel like if I read any other character that was like, I'm around all these sinners and referencing homosexuality, I would be like, girl, please go to hell. But Doris is so funny, and it's pleasing to me that she is kind of expressing her internal thoughts in this way.
Oh Lord, Peter just texted me. I'm about to head out. I'm gonna go change the store. Well, yeah. Well, no, so I was like, are you worried about later? And he was like, no.
Yeah.
I think most people like go down the street are the ones that come in here and they're like, it's become crowded.
I actually have to finish listening to, I didn't even finish that chapter because my friend showed up. But it was getting juicy. Like, she confronted her teacher finally, and that was a little unexpected. I also love how this book is happening over the course of like a weekend. Like, it's not like a drawn out story. 73% throwing up in front of the Klan. It's crazy. It's 1:43 and it's hot, but I am 73% through. The next chapter is 28 minutes. That's about how long it's gonna take me to get home. So chapter 13, here we come. I'm so surprised though. Like, the book is only 8 hours long, or 7 hours, so it's not like a long read, but reading it in one day is crazy. That's crazy. But it's just that good, honestly. Not necessarily what I expected, but still good. It's a new day. We're at 79% with an hour and 34 minutes left. I will very likely finish this book in the next hour and a half. And I'm kind of sad for it to end. At this point, I don't really know how it's gonna end. Which is interesting because yeah, I don't know if I know how it's gonna end. Although before I said that just now, I don't think I was that concerned about that. I'm kind of sad though. Like, I kind of like, I want to finish it because I want to know what's gonna happen, but I'm also like, don't want to finish it because I don't want it to end. I already started to look. Mia McKenzie has another book called Sky Falling, which is another queer book. And it's like, dang, do I just start Sky Falling immediately? Do I need to eat up Mia McKenzie whole catalog in a week? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get to it. Okay, we're officially at 92%. I literally only have 37 minutes left. Chapter 17. These chapters are gotten so much shorter. But I'm glad where it's gone. Doris is so promiscuous. It is so funny because obviously the premise is that, or I talked about how like naive she's been, but she's not slick, even though she doesn't seem to connect those two things. Anyway, I love this book because I love this book, but this is actually a separate thought. I love when books, and I feel like I can't think of too many that have done this like really well. But I love books that are set in a historical context and that allude to real life people. So obviously this one has Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott King, and Bayard Rustin. And I don't know if Julia Avery is a real person, but she might be, so we're gonna assume she is. But the only other book that I can think of that does this just as well and is just as fun is The Monsters We Defy by Leslie Penelope. And that one is set in like the 1920s, and it has like W.E.B. Du Bois and Langston Hughes. So yeah, I just love books like that. And like, if you get to this point, give me more recommendations like that, because I love to see real life figures being brought to life in the book, to kind of personalize them in a way. And I think this has been really done, and it's been really fun. And I think especially the Martin Luther King Jr. bits of it, just how he's being perceived in his, I guess like early in his career, is interesting, but also alluding to like the rumors that people brought up about him. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this. I still am kind of sad that it's about to be over, but I don't know if I've had this much fun with a book in a little minute. So let's just finish it. It's over, y'all. And I don't even know what to say. I did enjoy it. And honestly, can you really rate a book less than 5 stars if you read it in less than 2 days? I don't really think you can. So that's probably what it's gonna get rated. I'm not gonna lie. I will also say, the interesting thing is that although the main character is 17 years old, this is not rated as a young adult book, which most likely means it won't be denoted as, and it's not really denoted even in the description, that it's a coming of age. And I love a coming of age book, and I love when they're done really well, and I love when they're done by when it's black characters and black girls being able to like figure out who they are. And this just obviously just does this really well. And yeah, this one was, I too, I mean, I've been talking about how funny it is and like how light it is, but I do really appreciate that despite the story being centered around an abortion, which is typically a really tense and difficult conversation, that it is very light, and it is ultimately like women do have a choice. You always have a choice, and you can always, you can want things, and you don't have to have an explanation for why you want things. And so I think that was really well done. And I don't know what I want to read next. I was joking about reading the rest of Mia McKenzie's catalog, or like starting Sky Falling, because that's her other book. But I might not be joking. I might actually be starting that one pretty soon. Because I technically don't have anything to read right now. I mean, not that I don't. I still have a very long list of 26 and 2026 books to read, but that might be next. But yeah, thanks for rocking with me, guys.